When your home life is so weird, you kind of don't want people to see a lot.
He was just 41. Hours before his death, Chester Bennington was laughing with his family, planning a holiday. Then he hung himself on his best friend's birthday. This is a haunting, true story of Linkin Park's frontman, how fame, trauma, and a fractured soul created one of rock's most unforgettable voices and led to a tragic end most fans never saw coming. What's the one song lyric from Chester that hits you the hardest? Drop it below, and stay till the end for the chilling connection between his final interview and his final act. 1. You're not alone. Or are you? At the peak of fame, Chester stood before sold-out crowds, but offstage, he felt invisible. That loneliness haunted him long before the limelight ever found him. Loneliness and trauma can exist even in the loudest rooms. What if the people cheering for you don't really know you? 2. Molested silence and shattered childhood abuse. Chester was sexually abused from age 7 by an older male friend. He kept it secret for years, fearing shame and rejection. Childhood trauma isn't rare, but when buried, it festers into identity. He once said it destroyed his confidence and outlook on life. 3. I was just a kid. Divorce and emotional neglect. His parents divorced when he was 11. His mom got custody. His dad, a busy cop, drifted away. Chester retreated into drawing and writing, but the silence grew loud. Emotional neglect leaves invisible scars, ones not even fame can erase. It's the kind of pain you carry, not show. For when music became a lifeline, he discovered Depeche Mode and Stone Temple Pilots, bands that spoke the language of his pain. By his teens, music wasn't just an outlet. It was survival. Creative expression can be a refuge when therapy feels out of reach. He said writing lyrics kept him alive. Literally. 5. The zero that became Linkin Park. In 1999, he auditioned for a struggling band named Zero. They renamed themselves Linkin Park. Hybrid theory exploded. Chester's raw emotion became their signature. Sometimes pain creates art that speaks louder than joy. The album sold over 27 million copies. 6. Fame at what cost? Chester was a global star, but still felt broken. Fame doesn't fix you, he said. He wrestled with depression, addiction, and self-loathing behind the scenes. Success without healing can deepen the illusion of being okay. He often said he felt like a fraud in interviews. 7. The demon behind the smile, addiction battles. He tried heroin, drank until blackouts, smoked crack. Rehab came and went. His bandmates feared for his life during tours. Addiction isn't about weakness. It's an attempt to quiet chaos. His smile often hid the storm. 8. I'm a people pleaser. The curse of empathy. Chester often put others' needs before his own, fearing disapproval. That emotional imbalance drained him, even when sober. Empathy, when unboundaried, can become self-destruction. He admitted he didn't want to let anyone down, even as he unraveled. 9. When the stage wasn't enough, dual identity crisis. Chester joined Stone Temple Pilots in 2013, his childhood idols. But balancing two bands amplified his internal conflict. Identity split can magnify imposter syndrome. He once said, I don't know who I am without the mic. 10. The anchor he tried to be, family man. Despite everything, Chester was a father of 6. He often spoke of them as his reason to stay. Even those who love deeply can feel irreparably broken. He tattooed each child's name on his body. Proof of love, not immunity. Mid-video CTA after Block 10. If this story hits close to home, where you've battled dark thoughts, leave in the comments. You're not alone. And neither was Chester, even if it felt that way. 11. That Mike Shinoda phone call. In his final days, Chester was upbeat. Mike Shinoda called him the night before he died. They made plans. Chester was in a good mood. Mental illness can mask itself in moments of calm. The quietest days sometimes precede the darkest nights. 12. July 20th, 2017, Chris Cornell's birthday. Chester hanged himself on what would have been Chris Cornell's 53rd birthday. Cornell was his best friend. Chester sang at his funeral just weeks earlier. Grief can reignite trauma with terrifying force. Some believe it was a symbolic gesture, a final goodbye. 13. The note he never left. Unlike Cornell, Chester left no suicide note, just silence. No explanation, no letter, just absence. Sometimes words aren't enough or are too painful to write. That silence echoes louder than any song. 14. Fans found clues in lyrics. Songs like One More Light, Heavy, and Crawling hit differently after his death. Lyrics that once comforted became confessions. Music can be both therapy and a cry for help. Who cares if One More Light goes out? Millions did. 15. Posthumous echoes, the world responds. Memorials, murals, tribute concerts. Millions shared stories of how Chester saved their lives. In death, he sparked conversations around mental health in music. Tragedy can create space for healing, but only if we stay engaged. Linkin Park's message never ended. It evolved. 16. What Chester taught us about pain. He showed that even the strongest voices crack. That vulnerability is courage, not weakness. There's strength in admitting you're not okay. And music, when honest, becomes medicine. 17. The lyric that said it all. From Leave Out All the Rest. When my time comes, forget the wrong that I've done. He didn't ask to be a legend, just to be understood. Let's not forget that behind every anthem is a human being. 18. One More Light Still Shining. His legacy didn't end in 2017. It lives in every person he touched. Chester Bennington may be gone, but he's not forgotten. Check on your strong friends. Sing the hard songs. Stay, because one more light still matters. Chester's story is tragic, but not meaningless. He turned agony into anthems and silence into solidarity. If this story moved you, explore our next deep dive, the untold truth behind Linkin Park's rise and reinvention.